If there's ever been a time when the scripture verse of he who thinks to stand, let him not fall, is applicable, it would be today. I am still standing, but I tell you, it's wobbly. It's wobbling. The more your support systems through beliefs is eroding, it becomes wobbly. And it becomes a real challenge of going through hell and coming out the other way. I'm in it. I'm in the throes of it now, and there is no escaping it. So, what is the way to tackle it? With all your getting, get understanding. And if we can get understanding of the life processes and the biological processes that occur, we can overcome. So obviously, I cannot fall back into the arms of God to stabilize me. It just doesn't work. What worked formerly no longer works. But I am deeply grateful of being able to thrust myself into the arms of Mother Nature and the saving grace of nature. And it is a really beautiful day today. Thank you, universe, for accommodating me with such a beautiful day to help balance myself. But yeah, as my previous post already mentioned, life and death are very much in the hands of the autonomic nervous system. It is what can kill us, and it is what can give us life. And that is very much impacted by what we fear, what we believe, and all of these things transact on a subconscious level. And the more I become familiar with my subconscious world, of course, the more demons and shadows I find, and the more fear. I have to find a way to neutralize the fear. And that's when it's so important that we don't shame and guilt ourselves, but breathe through it. In my particular case, I have been seeking sympathy from the person that is troubling my world at the moment, and it's just not there. So it's teaching me how to have sympathy for myself. It's teaching me to have compassion for myself. I need to, in order to survive. Unfortunately, I'm past the stage of just give it to God. It just doesn't work, but you wouldn't comprehend it if you haven't been in this experience. And that's okay. I don't expect you to understand it. But if you were faced with my situation, it'd be quite challenging. And I share these things not of wanting to be seen. I share these things in hopes that it will help someone else that is going through something similar. And just to show you that you're not alone, there's people out here that have the experience. And maybe I'm not very knowledgeable, but I can say that I am gaining all kinds of experience. And just trying to manage. So no, I can't just give it to God. And yes, that works. At the level of consciousness that you're at, it works. And if your seas have not been disturbed into tsunami waves, that works. Okay? Sometimes there is a tsunami that will just take you. It'll just take you to the underworld. And just throw it on God, right? Eventually you will. And I do throw it on God, but I have transferred it in the consciousness of my soul being that God that I need to trust in. I need to trust my soul to be the captain of my ship, because my soul regulates the ship. What I feel in my soul regulates the ship. It doesn't come from outside. The help doesn't come from outside. Yes, you might get an energy burst that you call the voice of God or a light from God. It's an energy burst that will strike your pineal gland. It'll give you an insight, a glimpse, that will help regulate your nervous system. So it all works together, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it Jesus, call it Jesus. If you want to call it God, call it God. If you want to call it energy, call it energy. That's not my issue. And I support in any way that you manage to support and balance your life. I support that. But sometimes it would be nice to have, for me to have support too, instead of having to work through this all on my own and then have to face the adversity, the satans of other people's opinions. It makes it very difficult. But it's making me a strong person. It's making me stronger and stronger, and I guess for that I should be grateful. So it's not all horrible, but it is. It's an experience, all right. It's not for the faint of heart, even though I felt my heart faint a few times.